Pacquiao connected to the body and went straight back, and that's a dangerous proposition against a power puncher like Mata.
The jab's landing good for Mata.
Yep, that was a great counter jab. Good flurry there from Pacquiao, and here comes the answer from Mata.
Good back and forth this round. All in the center of the ring. You haven't heard referee Robert Hoyle's name mentioned one time.
Is there a referee in the ring tonight? That's exactly what we want to see.
Yeah, you want to keep it clean.
The corner did want Mata to take the initiative, to pressure more, to put Pacquiao on the back foot and see if he can fight on the back foot.
Oh, yeah, and he's definitely doing that in this round. I want to see a little bit more body work, though, from Mata while he's pressing.
There's a nice right hand over the top from Mata. Pacquiao got a little bit too comfortable thinking he was out of range, and he wasn't. Nice left uppercut from Pacquiao.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
It's the counter punching from Mata in this last round. Really good Mata.
We're listening to Marvin Samodio with his charge of Mark Pacquiao.
Huwag kang focus sa isang suntok. Kasi tapos mo, pinagka-counter siya. Kailangan kombinasyon. Dagdag. Dagdag. Tagpag. Galaw. Ganun. Ay, dami ka. Ganun lang. Okay? Huwag lang. Pero sa sparring lang. 1-2-1. Atras. 1-2 hook. Galaw. Galaw. Hey, huwag tayo sa isa. Focus ka sa speed mo. Quick.
And here we're going to see a flurry from Pacquiao. Beautiful combination. And he's so great. He's good at that. But then again, he pulls back. And it was a counter punching from Mata. He's timing perfectly with that left hook. And that was a really good round for Mata.
Round 4 of a scheduled 10-round super featherweight attraction. Bernardo Osuna alongside Abner Mares and Brian Campbell. And look at the speed from Mark Pacquiao at the outset of the 4th round. Body shot from Pacquiao. Those are ripping shots downstairs.
Yeah, I want to see the sidestep, though, from Pacquiao. You're done throwing the combination. Little sidestep. Don't step back.
Big right cross there from Pacquiao.
Create another opening.
There it is. Lead right and up jab from Pacquiao. Left hook. And you're seeing Pacquiao sitting on his punches here and not allowing Mata to answer.
I like that. He's taking the initiative. He's being first. And why let Mata get off if you can? So you got to keep throwing if you're Pacquiao. Again, jab, keep him.
Right uppercut from Mark Pacquiao. I don't know how Mata was able to take that shot, but those are the ones that are really going to do the damage. The liver shots from Mark Pacquiao as he's got Mata pinned against the ropes. Blood emanating from his nose.
That right uppercut is the most dangerous in the arsenal of Pacquiao. He feels like he has his opponent hurt here.
It took him 3 rounds, and this is the 4th round. You talked about it, Brian. Him being so more poised, being relaxed, studying the fighter, and I think he saw that. He saw that once he started pressuring, letting his hands go, he's so effective.
You know what? I can read Abner's mind right now. He's saying, turn him to the left so he doesn't bring that bloody nose to the corner.
Please do not. I got a white suit on. Come on, guys.
That's a beautiful right hand from Mark Pacquiao and an answer from Mata.
That was an absolute legitimate left hook answer from Mata. Gained back some respect there after being stuck on the ropes.
And this is where he wants to fight. I mean, there's no safe place against Pacquiao, but you do not want your back against the ropes, Abner.
No, definitely not. But here it is. Just when you say Mata pushing back, he does not want to stay on the ropes. But again, let's talk about that chin. He took a lot of shots, but now it's Mata coming back.
Pacquiao taking a deep breath here because he threw a lot of punches in this round. There's a nice straight right from Jorge Mata saying, okay, you punched out. Give me my shot.
There's the bloody nose right there from Mata. Stay away from me, Mata.
Abner's dry cleaner going to be busy later this weekend.
Ooh. But there it is. Beautiful shot from Pacquiao, but he's got to finish to the body. He's got to dig to the body more. He's got to tire out Mata.
The sniping shots from Pacquiao, especially with the left and the variation, you don't know where it's going to come from, and it sets up that right uppercut.
Mata, though, taking a beat in this round. He's still coming forward.
10 seconds. 10 segundos.
Nice overhand right from Mata says, it may be your round, but take this to your corner.
Venga, güey. Venga, siéntate.
Sit down.
No estás soltando, güey. Te estás dejando entrar todos los golpes, güey. Tú también contragolpeas, más potencia de golpes. ¿No es que te paga la pelea o qué? Pues suéltale, güey. Suéltese, trabaja lo que sabemos hacer, güey. ¿Ok?
Do what we know how to do.
No te quedes, güey. No te quedes.
Don't stay.
Le tiene mucho a la derecha, güey.
He's timing your right hand.
El López es el que te mete.
The uppercut is the one that's really hurting you. We worked on blocking that. Stay off the ropes.
And we're going to see the uppercuts from Pacquiao that landed that first one. 2 uppercuts that almost brought down Mata, but Mata's got a great chin. There it is, right in the nose. That's what made that nose bleed. But at the end, the hard nose, the hard chin, Mata came back with that right hand, and he pressed on the gas towards the end.
Round 5 of a scheduled 10-round fight here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, and much like Manny Pacquiao, tonight's headliner, Mark Pacquiao, wants to make a name for himself in this same venue. He'll have to do it against a Mexican fighter by the name of El Can Jorge Mata.
Yeah, again, Pacquiao
That's a right uppercut from Mata that lands on Pacquiao.
so good with the combinations, with the explosiveness. But again, you want to keep Mata busy. And how do you do that? You jab. You keep him busy. Even if it's not a hard jab, there it is. You keep him entertained with that.
If Pacquiao does not pick up an adjustment for that counter right hand, it could be trouble as this fight progresses.
The shots you're able to take early on in the night all of a sudden start to hurt a little bit more. You don't see them as well. Ooh, nice right uppercut. That's why the body work that Akbar mentioned is so important. You see the body work there from Pacquiao, but he leaves himself open for a counter left.
You already see that you got a hard fighter in front of you that is taking everything. All right, you got to be smart of it. You got to set up the punches, break them down, break that body.
Mata enters with plenty of confidence, having a 5-fight win streak going into tonight, dating back to a split decision defeat 2 years ago to Jose Luis Hernandez.
That's the only time he's been dropped in his career. See how Pacquiao's able to walk him back into the ropes, but immediately Mata's smart enough to get away from that.
Yeah, Mata always has an answer. He knows that Pacquiao's going to come in with a lot of punches, but with the hands down, the perfect time to counter punch with that left.
It's jab from both fighters, but you can see that Mata is thinking before he's throwing. He's tentative here.
Oh, yeah. He's got a sharp jab, though. Strong jab, opening up that guard from Pacquiao.
And it opens up the ability to throw that overhand right, which has landed all night, but so has the body work from Mark Pacquiao.
Mata really making Pacquiao think here. You can sort of visibly see that as he takes a step back to reset.
Making him think, making him work. I mean, Mata, again, great chin, big heart, and he keeps coming.
The thing is, Pacquiao's thinking, all right, body work, he's taking my best shots to deliver. How about a jab? Okay, he's taking that. My right hand, okay.
But we know,
nice right hand there from Mata to close out this 5th round. We get to the midway point of this, our opener. From Las Vegas.
Dahil lamang pa rin tayo. Huwag kang kumpiyansa. Kailangan maintain mo yung activity. Hindi pwedeng hayaan mo siya mag-jab na mag-jab para sa mga judges makita na ba sila. Ikaw dapat nang masipaw sa muntok. Okay? Kahit mahina, basta may activity tapos sarap. Okay? Yung hook straight mo, nandiyan palagi. Tapos kombinasyon, atras ka, hataka, hook straight. Pero mabilis, hindi yung pag ganun. Okay? Tatan, parang isang katok lang. Oh. Tapos, dalaw ulo. Right? Apat na lang. Ha? Sagayin mo. Train tayo ng lang. Oh, go dito. Lambuan ka. You have the other block.
Jorge Mata understands what a great opportunity this is for his career to face a former world champion in Mark Magsayo. Man, he's taking some heavy leather from Magsayo, who lands solid right hands here and the right uppercut. I mean, Magsayo's coming out on a mission here in the 6th round, Abner.
He came out guns blazing.
Big right hand from Magsayo.
And again, that's what you need to do. The guy is right in front of you. He doesn't throw unless you throw. He's trying to counterpunch you. So you throw, you land your hands, and you finish to the body. That's what I want from Magsayo. Break this guy down. He's got a great chin.
Blood continuing to flow from the nose of Mata after those combinations.
I mean, you hear those thudding shots downstairs. You and I haven't taken one. What does that feel like, Abner?
Oh, it feels bad. Especially body shots, man. Those are the ones that hurt the most, really. It numbs your whole body.
I mean, is the old adage true? You'd rather take a body shot than a clean one to the head?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the other way around.
I would
Take that back.
Yeah, take it back. I much rather take a headshot than a body shot.
Most trainers will say, I'd rather you take neither.
Hit and not get hit. Something, luckily for the entertainment of this fight, these guys have been neglecting at times.
And I think that's going to be the tone for the rest of the evening. We're going to see some great action as the night progresses here in Las Vegas. Nice left hook there once again from Magsayo. He's just finding his timing perfectly here in the 6th round.
Magsayo did not like that body shot. You saw the grimace on his face as he set up a counter combination.
He tried to set up a combination, and Mata hit him right in the body. Did not like it. But again, Magsayo came back with his own punches.
And one thing about Magsayo, always in shape, especially now in a higher division, where he's got more of that gas tank to lean on.
If only Mata threw a little bit more, because again, the aggression's there, the pressure, and Magsayo's feeling it, but again, Mata not letting his hands go. And every time he does, they land.
Nice jab, an up jab there from Mata. Can he follow it up? Is he willing to take that risk? Because there's going to be leather coming back. And heavy leather from Magsayo.
And I'm sure he knows that, but again, you take 2, 3 to land just the perfect one. I think that's what Mata looks at.
He gets tangled up, off balance with the right uppercut from Mark Magsayo. That's been the money shot from Magsayo here in this fight.
And it's easy for Mata to pressure Magsayo because Magsayo's just moving straight back. He's moving side to side, but he ends up in the same place, and he's not throwing anything back. Again, keep him busy with the jab. Oh, turn. Stop his aggression by you getting in the middle.
Nice punctuation for a great round from Magsayo.
Las derechas le están entrando, güey.
Right hands are landing. It's going to throw him.
No lo dejes, no lo dejes.
Don't let him get momentum.
Tienes que es tuyo, güey. No estás tirando la derecha en forma de
the right hand is an uppercut. Switch it up on him.
No estás tirando la derecha, Nada de derecha. ¿Qué sabes hacer? Esta es noche, güey.
This is our night. Come on.
Agua, Pipo, agua.
Give him some water.
Ánimo. Venga, acá, trabaja la derecha.
He's yours. Use your right
la
hand.
derecha en forma de open.
Use the uppercut. What do you think of those instructions, Abner?
Oh, those were really good instructions for Mata. And even better translation from Bernardo.
Come on. Look, when I was speaking with Cesar Gaitán, he told me, Jorge Mata gets better as the rounds progress. And we'll see if that continues to be the case. But Magsayo, he's not taking anything off the gas pedal. He's still pressuring coming forward.
Yeah. Look, Mata's proving that he's game. He can take a great punch, and he's willing to stand in the center of that ring. But in the second half, he's going to have to start winning some rounds where it's visibly noticeable to attempt to make some dents on the scorecard here.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's not just about putting the pressure. It's about landing your shots. Yes, Mata's pressuring, Mata's pushing Magsayo back, but he's not throwing enough punches. There's Magsayo counter-punching effectively every time.
He's initiating exchanges as well. So Magsayo just having a great night tonight. But you see how repetitive he is and the way he just, you mentioned it, Abner, he ends up in the same spot, keeps moving back. Someone with more experience is going to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Come on, work out.
There were times where Mata was landing that beautiful left. He was timing Magsayo when he was coming in. He would open up the guard. A beautiful left hook, but the one that just landed a beautiful left to the body was Magsayo.
I got you.
Those Magsayo body punches are snapping off of the midsection there of Mata.
Sorry, that was a right hook to the body, yeah.
That's the left hook from Magsayo. Corner of Mata saying, hey, he's getting tired, go after him. But he's got to close that gap. And not this way, because Magsayo throws 3-1. And his punches are heavy tonight.
Another one of those counter right uppercuts from Magsayo.
Magsayo's a hard-hitting puncher. He's got 18 knockouts. I've seen him knock out guys bad. But this Mata has got a great chin tonight.
And you can see it on him. He's determined. He's determined to make his name in this fight tonight.
And he's never been knocked down, according to his trainer. He says he took a knee against Hernandez, but you could understand why, because he has been taking some shots from a world-class fighter, a man who's been in the ring with and beaten Gary Russell Jr., was in the ring against Ray Vargas and Brandon Figueroa, and he just digs downstairs with bad intentions, man.
And I think this was the problem when he fought Figueroa, Magsayo, that he couldn't deal with the pressure. The pressure from Figueroa was effective because he was landing shots, he was throwing shots. Unfortunately, Mata in this fight, he's pressuring again, but no punches thrown. Or not enough punches thrown.
There has to be effective pressure. You can tell Mata's been to war through these first 7 rounds.
Can you hold it? Okay, rinse it. Give me the towel. Okay. Bigyan mo, tigas ka lang. Bitawan mo yung suntok mo, ha? Kasi kung isa lang, pag na-miss, wala na.
And this is exactly what I've been asking from Magsayo the entire fight. The body work. Beautiful body shot there from Magsayo. He opens up the guard. He sees that it's there. It's always a left hook upstairs, left hook downstairs. Got to come back with another body shot. I think it's there for the taking. But again, landing really effective body shots, Magsayo. There it is, uppercut body shot. Again, if he were to land a little bit more body shots, he will break down Mata. I don't care how strong you are. There's not enough body shots you can take.
He's taken 21 minutes worth of body shots so far. But can he get to 30 minutes? Scheduled 10-rounder, Bernardo Osuna alongside Abner Mares, the 3-division champion, combat sports specialist Brian Campbell, and at the desk it is Brian Custer and Joe Goosen, ringside reporter Jim Gray. In other words, we got the full complement out here.
The A-team, bro.
And I'll tell you can smell Joe Goosen walking in the arena, and that's a compliment, by the way.
That is a compliment. You know, he gifted me that same cologne that he's got on. He did, because I told him, man, you smell so good. I got you.
Is that all it takes? Just compliment Joe with whatever. Ooh, nice body work there from Magsayo. Counter right hand from Mata. Magsayo cannot just stand there and admire his work.
No, his hands are down almost after every left hook to the body. If Mata can take those and time that counter right hand, he can continue to build success.
Yeah, again, I keep saying it. I'm so repetitive. But if Mata was throwing more shots, it would be a long night for Magsayo. Thank God he's not. He's just in front of you. So let your hands go, Magsayo. Get off first, side steps. You're done throwing punches. You grab them, you turn them. That's it. Or you're standing right in front of Mata.
Well, as I mentioned, Mata's only been boxing for 7 years. He only had 35 amateur fights. Pacquiao, on the other hand, started at age 8, had 200 amateur fights, a former world champion. So in some ways, Mata's still learning on the job.
And this is a type of performance that is going to get Mata more fights, no doubt.
Yeah, because obviously he was game in this fight. He was competitive. He's there. He took some good shots, but he gave so much ground.
And he's still got time to really turn this fight in his favor.
Yeah, we just saw right there. He landed a beautiful right hand, and it only takes one shot, Brian. We know that. We know. And especially in a perhaps tired arena, that's what it seems like.
That was a smart move when Pacquiao started to just toy around with the head movement. And Mata says, there's no toying around in the 8th round of this fight.
Pacquiao carrying his speed very well into the second half of this fight.
And call me crazy, but based on the body language, I believe Pacquiao's more tired than Mata.
Yeah, well,
it seems that way. Yes. But Mata's taking so many that you would think he would be tired.
He's not withering from the body shots. So we go to round number 9.
Con la derecha le estás haciendo más daño, Can. Trabaja en forma de la izquierda, trabaja en forma de ópera, gancho. La derecha remátale, ya estás sangrando, güey.
Come over the top of the right.
¿Cómo te sientes? ¿Cómo estás de la
How do you
mano?
feel? Good.
¿Qué te duele?
I'm going to stop it? No.
No, venga. Es el 9.
There's round 9. This is your time right here.
Derecha, uppers. Derecha, uppers, ¿ok?
The right, uppers.
Venga. Ven, tío. Ahí, dame el de ese, güey. Güey, ya se cansó, Ya se cansó. Pícalo abajo, güey. Pícalo abajo. Está sangrando, Can. Trabaja a la derecha, güey.
Continue to use your right hand. Excellent instructions in the corner. They're seeing what you guys are seeing.
Definitely. I mean, yes, Pacquiao's tired. He's got 2 rounds to make something happen. Speaking of Mata, land a good shot where he talked about the right hand. The right hand is there. Pacquiao.
I mean, look, Pacquiao is getting off and Mata says, wait a second, here's my right hand. I know that I have a great counter. But you cannot allow the numerical disadvantage that he's giving up here in this fight.
You really haven't seen Mata go to the body much against Pacquiao as well. You wonder if that could change his fortune.
You're right. And that one time he did hurt Pacquiao. He pointed that out, yeah.
That was in the 7th round.
See that's the aggressiveness from Mata. He puts Pacquiao on the ropes. He puts him where you want to put a fighter, but guess what? You don't let your hands go. It's not just one right hand, Mata. It's got to be more punches than that.
Stop. Thank you.
Well, Pacquiao knows the importance of this fight in a new division. He said one great performance could put him in position to potentially fight for a title, which is his dream, he said, to become a 2-division champion.
This is the type of fight where Pacquiao looks good enough, but you see enough holes where a champion would say, give me that guy.
So that's good and bad, right?
Right.
I mean, you're good performance, but again, any world champion out there be like, yes, I want this guy. I see a lot of flaws, and one of them that I pointed out is I don't think he could deal with the aggression, especially if the fighter's throwing punches. Speaking of Pacquiao.
Oh, you see the angle work there? There it is.
Let him go.
Channeling his inner Manny Pacquiao.
He wasted more energy there than anything.
He just did a ladder drill there pretty much, right?
Well, Pacquiao said he benefited greatly from the sparring with Manny Pacquiao ahead of this fight as they were both in camp together in the world-famous Wildcard Boxing Gym.
I'm going to tell his story real quick. Once upon a time with Pacquiao, barely started his career. I think he had 2 or 3 fights. I was already a one-time world champion, he was calling me out on social media. And I remember I told him, slow down, buddy, slow down. But ask me right now if I want to get in the ring with Pacquiao. No, I'm good, man. He's too fast.
What did we get the belt?
I might change things.
Can you make 130?
That's a good question. Ooh, nice right hand from Mata.
There's a footwork from Pacquiao, but you see Mata shaking his head.
Bien, güey, con más ganchos abajo y la derecha abajo, ¿ok? No te dejes, güey.
Don't allow him to take the
No te
initiative.
tienes que dejar, güey, la derecha. No te vayas a ir golpe. Suéltale más.
That's your best shot, but you've got to let it go.
Ok, ahí te va. ¿La paramos? Ahí te va. Final round coming up. Ok, ahí te va. Si te duele la izquierda, trabájala como de quinta y usa la derecha de poder, ¿ok? Volados, el gancho que trabajamos abajo en la boca, güey.
Uppercut, right hook.
Si puedes,
just throw it to the stomach. Can you do this? Are you going to do it?
A ganar, cabrón, venga.
Go out there and win.
Es guerrero mexicano.
You can win for Mexico.
No te noqueó, ya no te noqueó.
He didn't knock you
Ya
out.
no te noqueó. Derecha.
Hey, did I just say the word Mexico? One of the most popular fighters not named Canelo Alvarez has to be Isaac Pitbull Cruz. He was scheduled to take on Ángel Fierro in a barn burner rematch, but unfortunately Fierro couldn't make weight, had health issues. And Brian, we're still going to get a good fight because Omar Salcido gets promoted from the undercard to take his spot on the pay-per-view. It's a great opportunity.
Very battle-tested.
Yes,
owns a knockout over Chris Colbert, a former world champion. So, going to be a very interesting and all-action matchup later this evening.
And I think we're going to have a very action-packed 10th round here between Mark Pacquiao and Jorge Mata. Pacquiao should be ahead comfortably on the scorecard, but he's not fighting that way.
No, definitely not. He cannot leave anything, to the last round and perhaps Mata landing something.
Well, we asked Pacquiao, are you aiming for the knockout in this fight? He says, I'm always aiming for the knockout, and you can certainly see that by the way he's opening up this final round.
He's putting himself in some danger, though, here. Yes. Hey, but it's great TV, and it's great for the fight fans who got out here early to see the opening fight of this fight card, which will culminate in Philippines-Mexico bout. Manny Pacquiao looking to dethrone the welterweight champion in Mario Azteca Barrios.
Right there from Pacquiao.
And that's when you know you're in the groove, when you can throw that lead right.
But I mean, what amazes me the most right now is just Mata's chin. I mean, he's taking so much. He's still moving forward.
And this is the first fight of Mata's career. He trained at altitude. You can see him still fresh here in the final round. But there's a lot more work for him to be done in the future so he can be more active like we keep criticizing.
Yeah, you mentioned, I mean, he started late in his career. He's learning on the job. So definitely a learning experience, a learning fight right here for Mata. He will be move your head side to side.
I'll tell you, he's going to be a tough fight, though.
Yeah,
moving forward.
Yes. Oh, yeah, against anyone.
First time facing a former world champion, making his U.S. debut on a big fight card. So there's a lot of elements that he had to deal with, but in the end, he acquitted himself well.
Yeah, he said this is not only his U.S. debut fighting, it's his first time on U.S. soil.
Did he tell you it's going to
Maybe the Bellagio fountains. Maybe that'll be it.
Even if yeah, some close, right?
combination from Mark Pacquiao. He takes a right hand. Mr.
You saw Pacquiao punch the gloves together. That's an old Mexican Manny Pacquiao.
That's when he gets excited. He landed something like, nice, I'm here. Let me land again.
Pacquiao really did get away from those body shots. Could have made a big difference in how this fight, or how long this fight ended, but you've got to give Jorge Mata a lot of credit for all the punishment he took. And as Pacquiao celebrates with his hands raised, it's easy to see that that's the way this fight should end.
Fun little scrap to kick us off this evening.
I like how Pacquiao closed this round two in this fight because, like you said, he was comfortably up on the scorecards and he could have just boxed, used the entire ring. He threw a lot in that last round. I think he threw just like he threw in the first round, if not more.
This is the era of fighters taking a safe route. When you see Magsayo do that, it really gets your blood pumping because that's the way fights should go. You're supposed to fight 30 minutes, and he fought to the last belt, as did Jorge Mata, who really did earn himself more paydays tonight because if he polishes and cleans some things up, he's a different fighter.
Definitely is. He's learning a lot from this fight. There's the respect right there from Magsayo, taking the picture with Mata right away, and I'm sure he's telling him, hey, you were tough tonight. As we all saw.
And Abner, when you're on the way up, these are the type of fights that really turn you into a better fighter. Because it's not just I'm getting guys out of there, out of there. I think I'm better than I am. This is the type of fight that's a learning experience for both sides. Yes,
for Magsayo and Mata. For Magsayo, definitely, again, a pressure fighter. You're going to come across, especially in this weight class. Pressure fighters are fighters that throw a lot. You got to use the entire ring beautiful. You got to know how to close the gap, side steps, a lot of things that we didn't see enough from Magsayo. And obviously the body shot, the body effective work that we did not see.
Miguel Flores is in the center of the ring with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judges Mike Fitzgerald and Jack Reese see it 100-90, and Judge Glenn Feldman sees it 98-92. All three judges in agreement for your winner by unanimous decision, Mark Magnifico Magsayo.
The right man wins. Shutout on 2 of the scorecard. Mark Magsayo continues his path towards the world title. More action to come, but for now, we send it up to Brian Custer on the set with Joe Goosen.
Okay, Bernardo, thank you very much. Good win for Mark Magsayo, former world champion. 28th victory for him. Back here with the Hall of Famer Joe Goosen. Give me your thoughts. What you saw of the former champion who now campaigning AR at 130?
I loved it. I thought Magsayo looked great. But look, let me tell you, Mata was very competitive. He had a great counter right hand. He kept the early rounds close. But I think Magsayo, with the exception of maybe one middle round, swept the later rounds because he was more active. He threw a lot of shots. He was throwing combinations, and Mata was just trying to counter with 1 or 2 punches at a time. And Magsayo caught onto that, and then would throw an additional couple punches after the initial combination, and that threw the counter punching off from Mata. So it was a great performance by Magsayo at this weight. But Mata is a very determined guy.
This is a young man who's going to get some work here. I mean, making his debut. If you're somebody looking, you say, hey, that's a good guy I can throw in. If I got a guy I'm trying to develop, if I got a former champion who needs a fight, Mata obviously is going to get some work going forward.
Yeah, and lastly, Mata, if he was busier, he could have even been in this fight more, but he let it slip away. He just wasn't busy enough.
So break it down here for me. Tell me what you saw out of Mark Magsayo as we take a look at some video.
Well, I'd love to see it. We got some video coming up. Here it is. Look, I mean, Magsayo, he was working left hand. See right there, that was the touch and go that Abner was talking about. But he there's the right hand, there's the combinations. And you saw the right hand trying to come back from Mata. And that went on most of the evening. There's that great right uppercut that Magsayo used and caught Mata with several times in the fight. But basically, Magsayo was just busier. He was accurate. And he worked the body and the head. A lot of head work, but he also went to the body a lot, where Mata really didn't go to the body at all, except an occasional punch here and there. So I think Magsayo was just the more complete fighter in there tonight.
Obviously, he was a world champion at 126, now fighting at 130. What do you see as the future for Mark Magsayo?
Look, I mean, he looked fresh. He looked strong. He got a little tired in the mid-round there, but that happens. You get your second win. He got his second win. I think he's going to get used to that 130 weight. These guys grow. They get bigger. You don't want to keep them at a weight where they're going to be weak all the time. So you got to move up. He's at 130, and I think he'll do quite well because he's got the experience now. He's been a former champ, and he knows how to fight. He uses all of his abilities with uppercuts, body shots, hooks to the head, great jab, good right hand, and the combination were really flowing tonight. You know, you got to love the kid.
And this is the kind of fight that you want, especially when you have such a big card, to start things off here on the prelims, especially here on Prime. You got an action fight to start things off.
Well, look, I mean, you got to give credit to Mata here because he made the fight competitive. This was no easy fight for Magsayo. He had to really use all of his skills and to overcome Mata, because if Magsayo wasn't the busier guy and he was busier by 3 to 4 times, you know, this could have been a close fight. But it's incumbent upon Mata to get his act together and start throwing combinations, body shots, and a better variety of punches instead of just waiting for that occasional counter.
You know, the interesting thing is when you talk about Mark Magsayo is he became a world champion at 126 by beating Gary Russell Jr., who we will see coming up here a little bit later tonight. And don't forget, folks, you can order the pay-per-view fights here. All you got to do is you'll see a QR code on your screen. You can use your phone, your iPad, and you can order the fights, which will come your way a little bit later tonight. Time now for our second fight here on the prelims here on Prime. For that, let's go back ringside. Here's Bernardo.
And there you see the very well-dressed David El Rey Picasso stepping into the ring with a nice sombrero. And this is a young man who is on a collision path with Naoya the Monster Inoue. He's got to handle his business tonight against another Japanese fighter in Kiyonosuke Kameda. And for the introductions, Mario Flores is in the center of the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue the action here with the PBC Prime Video Prelims. This bout is promoted by Zamfir Promotions and TGB Promotions. The event sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, The Crown is Yours, and Universal Pictures Nobody 2, only in theaters August 15th. Our 3 judges ringside are Eric Cheek, Lisa Giampa, and Chris McGlory. The referee in charge of the action is Mark Nelson. And now Premier Boxing Champions present 10 rounds in the Super Bantamweight division. Introducing first in the red corner wearing the gray and white trunks, he weighed in at 126 pounds. With the record standing 15 wins, 9 by knockout, opposite of 4 defeats and 2 draws. Representing Osaka, Japan, here is Konosuke And now across the ring in the blue corner, wearing the black and gold trunks, he weighed in at 125.8 pounds. With the record standing 31 victories, 17 by knockout, no defeats and 1 draw. Proudly representing Mexico City, Mexico, here is David El Rey Picasso. 15 seconds, please.
Gentlemen, you had your instructions earlier. You know what I expect. A good, clean fight. Obey my commands and protect yourself at all times. Good luck.
To make it big in the sport of boxing, you need rivals. Picasso is being named as a potential opponent for Naoya Inoue. Let's take on a Japanese fighter who not only is from that same country, but who has faced Luis Panterita Neri, the last man and the only man to drop, or the first man to drop Naoya Inoue, and who also has another opponent in common with Picasso, and that's Azat Hovhannissi. Small world, but in the end, A plus B doesn't equal C in boxing.
Definitely not. And let's not forget, Kameda, he took a beating against Luis Neri in that last fight, which was actually, his last fight. So if Picasso is able to do that tonight, he will be making a statement.
Look, Kameda is spicy and fun. You can see that by his colorful trunks. And how about the stare down during referee instructions? He's trying to get in the head of the young Picasso, the artist here. Did you see the ring gear that he walked in with, Abner? I don't know if you've got any of that in your closet, but he does. No, you do. I see you, Abner. You got all of that.
Nice body shot there from Picasso, but then the answer from Kameda, look, Picasso said, I know this is a warrior in front of me. And although there's only 1.5 inch in height and half inch in reach advantage, Kameda looks big.
Yes, and he is aggressive. He is bringing the fight to Picasso, who's answering with big uppercuts.
But those left hooks from Kameda are dangerous. And look, when you grow up in a family where your cousins are all world champions, you're going to learn how to fight. You know why? Because you're trained by their father.
Not only that, he's promoted by Tomoki Kameda, the youngest of the 3 fighting Kameda brothers, who are all world champions in their own day.
The Kameda dynasty, of course. Yeah, I mean, Kameda, he's an aggressive, a game fighter. Again, you're seeing it in this first round. He's right there in this landing shots, good body shots that he's been landing. But again, I have not seen a single jab by either of these fighters in this first round. There it is, Kameda trying one at least.
Kameda saying, you think you can beat the monster, you got to beat this guy first. Before you even think about going over to Japan and challenging the best fighter in Japanese history.
And arguably the best fighter on this planet when you look at the top of those pound-for-pound rankings.
Well, what about Usyk, though, today with a 5th round knockout of Daniel Dubois in the rematch?
Becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion once more.
Oh, nice left uppercut there from Picasso. In close, and Kameda with the answer, but good defense from the young Mexican fighter.
Yeah, that was a more eye-catching whip from Picasso, the uppercut. But Kameda, he's been landing some right hands.
Oh, this is a great test for Picasso on his rise right now, because Kameda, meeting him in the center of the ring, he's got speed, he's got explosiveness, he's got that attitude that just jumps off him. He's not afraid to get a point deducted. He wants to get in your head and intimidate you.
Definitely. That's the demeanor right there for Kameda.
At 5'8", Picasso's a big fighter for this division, but he doesn't look that way against Kameda.
Me quiere casar con la derecha.
Sí, you're right.
Y raya derecha es la que te está dando el señor.
Hey, he's landing a right hand, so watch for that.
Tranquilo, no caigas en su juego.
Don't fall into his game. Just keep working your game.
Marques el counter en tu regreso.
I need you to set up your counter. Come back with the uppercut.
Okay, cerradito, papá, no pasa nada.
I need you to close your guard.
No hay bote para escupir. Ya está, échanos.
You lost this round. You can't keep losing round. I need you to pick up the pace. Use your waist to get the guard.
I don't honestly think he lost that round, but it was a close one. It was a really close round, but I like the instructions where he said, hey, you don't fall into his game plan. And I have not seen yet a game plan from either fighter. They're fighting in a phone booth. Someone's got to take the initiative with the jab and set up the tone and open up the guards and the combinations. Because, again, they're both just in the center and throwing punches.
But I think we all expected Picasso to be the artist in the ring, if you will. And he came straight to fight Kameda.
Yeah, I think that's not the right game plan because he's getting hit by Kameda, especially with his right hands. There it is.
Picasso, the 31 victories already in his career, just 24 years old. So we know that he's on the fast track for the big time. He does have to prove he can handle that aggression of Kameda.
Oh, what a nice right hand from Picasso after Kameda had early success.
I like that Kameda's fighting short. He's fighting in short, and Picasso's missing a lot of shots because of that. He's a tall fighter, we're speaking of Kameda.
Oh, that was a headbutt there. Nice body work from Kameda, and then an uppercut. Straight right hand from Picasso. Tries to set up a left hook. High-octane action early on. And that's what you can expect all night long here from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas as we progress over to our pay-per-view card later.
Kameda continuing to show his game with those short counter right hands on the inside.
Yeah, it's open for both fighters. The uppercut, the inside punches. Because again, they're head-to-head right in there.
I think that's a big improvement from Kameda, is the inside game from what we've seen in previous fights.
Yeah, against Luis Nettie, he just had an aggressive southpaw, and Nettie pushing him back, digging to the body. And right now, Picasso again, just there, letting Kameda get off sometimes first.
Now, Picasso echoed what many fighters on this undercard told us this week, that he's honored to be setting the table for Manny Pacquiao. He said even though he's a Mexican-born fighter and Pacquiao's known as the Executioner at times, he said he doesn't care. He loves the way Manny fights. He's very honored to be on this fight card tonight.
But he's been watching Manny Pacquiao since he was 7 years old, same age as when Brian Campbell started watching Manny Pacquiao.
Just about right.
Hey, Manny Pacquiao and I are the same age, but only one of us will be taking punches this evening.
Oh, man. Combination right there from
Picasso, but then he takes 2 left hooks from Kameda and another left hook. What a solid round from Kameda here. 6 minutes into this fight.
Getting close from this one.
Esperas a que él pegue primero, no esperes eso.
You're letting him get off first. That's not the plan.
Nunca esperes eso, David.
Está puesto. Cada que tira a la izquierda, abre el gancho o medio.
You have a counter there for you.
Cada que él tira a la izquierda, esperen ya.
When he throws the left, throw the jab, counter with it.
Ok. Bien, pero podemos ir mejor. Estamos acabando el 6 a este güey.
We need to finish him by the 6th round.
Right here, we're going to see the effective right hand from Picasso. Right when he goes in low, like I was mentioning, he tried to avoid that right hand, but he took it right in the chin. Kameda, right there, beautiful right hand. But again, Kameda came back with his own left hook. Wish he could have finished to the body with that. Both fighters just 1 punch, 1-2 punches. Let's see a little bit more combinations.
Back up.
Let's see if we see a different style from David El Rey Picasso here in round number 3. So far, he's fighting Kameda's fight, and his corner's not happy with that.
Yeah, you're right. Coach is right. Picasso is just walking in forward, no jab. Staying right in front of Kameda. Kameda can get off at any given moment, like he did right there, and land those shots and get away from trouble.
Kameda looking very tricky tonight. Not an easy mark for Picasso to tee off on, and when Picasso misses, Kameda makes him pay.
Well, Kameda's got the hand speed. He's very comfortable fighting on the inside. You can see the explosiveness. He's going to test everything Picasso has this evening.
Oh, he has so far.
And Picasso told us this matchmaking is the proper setup for Inoue because he wants to audition himself to the Japanese audience. He's heard their reaction when his name was mentioned as a potential Inoue opponent, and he wants to turn their opinion around here with a performance against Kameda.
And I'm not sure he's doing that yet, though. But he's got 7+ rounds to do it, and you just don't want a guy like Kameda to get momentum, to get going downhill.
And it seems like he is. He's getting that momentum right now. He's getting comfortable. But he's not comfortable on the ropes right now, taking those body shots.
And that's the punch that set this series of punches up. He culminates with a nice overhand right. Now you see another head clash there, but Picasso coming into his own thanks to that body work.
Yeah, and also because Kameda stayed on the ropes for a period of time. You're not supposed to do that. You got to get off. Get out of the ropes.
Look at the uppercuts that Picasso's able to land down. And that body shot.
Kameda came back with his own.
You see the copy box for body shots landed there. Picasso with the edge, but it has been a very close as they continue to shoot it out in the center of the ring.
That uppercut from Picasso, though, starting to find a home. And that's something that Kameda's going to have to contend with because Picasso's corner called it, and now he's seeing it and executing on it.
Definitely is. And what I'm liking about that, too, is that every time he lands that uppercut, he finishes to the body.
And now he's blocking and parrying more of Kameda's shots as well.
But he's also lowered his output, Picasso, this round. And sometimes that flurry of activity can really sway the judges from Kameda's side.
Yeah, but the effective punches right now are being shown by Picasso.
There's the head games. There's the taunting of Kameda. We knew we'd see more of it.
Plancha, por favor, plancha.
Give me the insult, please.
And right now we're going to see a beautiful uppercut that Kameda landed. Very few uppercuts that he landed. Picasso landed his own as well. Right there, he came back with the right hand. Ooh, beautifully timed right there by Picasso. Great chin for Kameda.
You've got the skills. You've got the ability. Now go after him.
Stay there. Back up.
I thought that was an excellent round from Picasso. Just a change of pace.
It all started on the ropes when Kameda decided to stay on the ropes. Picasso took advantage of the moment and he started landing those body shots and uppercuts.
All right, Abner, you see your opponent start to do like that Cobra Kai stuff. Ring, like, what does that do to you? Yeah, something like that.
That's telling me that he's worried. He's trying to find something out. He's trying to figure me out. He hasn't yet. That's what it means to me. So if I'm the fighter, if I'm Picasso, I keep pressuring this guy.
To be fair, neither guy has proven that they can fight going backwards in this fight. When they're on the
hasn't been many backward steps up to this point to prove that.
And that left hook from Kameda. But they're both more comfortable on the front foot.
Yes. Yeah, every time that Picasso's pressuring, he's got the initiative, he's doing effective punches, and vice versa. When Kameda's pressuring, Picasso does not look good going backwards.
Oh, look, it's twofold. It's not just Picasso auditioning in some cases for an in-away fight. It's Kameda looking to get the biggest win of his career, and even though he didn't come through on his first-round knockout prediction from earlier this week, Kameda said, this is my moment to take, and I'm going to steal the show on Saturday and fight for the world title next.
Look, Picasso's very effective with those uppercuts, but Kameda is really digging downstairs.
They're fighting really similar, I'm sorry. Yeah. They're fighting really similar right now.
And they're countering each other's abilities.
Yes, they are. They're waiting for the right moment. They counter. If you wait too long, I'll go first. It's like they're taking turns.
What about the 24-year-old, 31-0-1 fighter from Mexico? His truck's looking like a NASCAR vehicle.
A lot of sponsors, a lot of money there.
Nice combination. That money
Nice body shot there from Picasso. But no adjustment so far from either fighter. They're both fighting good in the inside. They're clean punches, uppercuts, again, really similar. But no one is making this like a clean, clear fight around.
Picasso's trying with those uppercuts, though, especially this round.
And you saw Kameda do those swinging with the arms, and all of a sudden, boom, a quick uppercut from Picasso says, you keep doing that.
I love the poise of Picasso. For such a young fighter, he's got that baby face. He said he's been accused of being a pretty boy you can't fight throughout his entire career. But he stood in there with that backbone and showed his skills. And he's doing that right now against a very game opponent.
Nice left hook from Picasso, but then an overhand right from Kameda. The ebbs and flows of this particular fight makes it extremely fun. But the fun really begins when we move over to pay-per-view this evening, because we will have an impressive rematch. That man, the 6'5.5" towering inferno, Sebastián Fundora, will take on Tim Tszyu. And this is a man who not only has earned the distinction of being called a world champion, but he has been accepted to Harvard's prestigious engineering program just this week. So a renaissance man, if you will.
And the brother, as you see behind him, of Gabriela Fundora, the undisputed women's flyweight champion. Father Freddie Fundora has built a boxing factory there in Coachella, California. And we'll see him tonight try to gain a second victory over Tim Tszyu.
Biggest adjustment that needs to be made in that fight, Abner, is what?
For Fundora, no, he's You got to do the same thing. I liked how he boxed in that fight. He showed everyone that he can box, and he has to keep doing that, and he needs to do that in this fight.
That will be our co-main event. Once we move over to pay-per-view, we hope you will do the same. Thank you for joining us here on the Amazon Prime portion of our broadcast. Picasso is starting to pick off the shots of Kameda. He's starting to see him a little bit better here in the 5th round.
Yeah, he's starting to pick off that one.
He's also cutting off the ring. A much better job this time around.
Yeah, not letting Kameda off easy like he did in the last couple of rounds. As you pointed out, right now he has Kameda on the corner. But again, you gotta let those hands go, Picasso.
He's an artiste, Abner. He takes his time.
You do the hard part, which is getting off the ring, put him on the ropes. Gotta let, there it is, a jab, a simple jab. We're stopping everything. And there it is. You got the opportunity for an uppercut body shot, but he took a step back and just restarted for Picasso.
And the body shot for Picasso. Made it with a darting right counter. That's a nice right lead from Picasso. Now he's starting to vary his punches. That's a good left hook though from Kameda off the ropes.
But every time we say that, Kameda comes back with that right hand. Good speed.
Never shot from Kameda. 24 against a 26-year-old, the younger being Picasso. But that's a beautiful left hook on the inside of 45. And Kameda takes it well and answers.
Back-to-back left hooks there from Picasso.
The famous Golden Boy 45. Yeah, baby.
Picasso's defense is underrated. He's blocking a lot of those punches with the gloves.
And talking to him, you can tell very quickly he's a student of the game. He's studied the greats. You mentioned Oscar De La Hoya. You mentioned Manny Pacquiao. You can see how much he puts into his craft. And he's showing great poise here under fire inside the pocket.
The young man is studying neuroscience at UNAM, which is the Mexican National University. He said, I'll get up at 4:30, go run, and I'll go 7 hours of classes. I'll go to the gym, or my trainers will come to the campus and will train. That's dedication.
Definitely is studying this fighter in Kameda. And it seems like he kind of figured him out already. It's like the vicious shots.
Clean combination.
We'll see if Picasso can put those brushes to work here as we get to the midway part of this fight.
今な辛口で言ってもな取ってると思うけど取ってると思うで最後これ以上いかな言ってほしい勝ってると思ったらあかんで勝ってんねんで最後それをいけんねやったらいけよお前お前なこれ以上って言うたやろ俺これ以上いけって言うたやろそれ以上言ったら何もできる体勢じゃねえねん浮いてんねんもう次何回やこれ
And this is how fluent right now and relaxed Picasso's feeling right now. Landing that vicious right hand, one after the other. Opening right there, and it's a short right hand. If he were to extend a little bit more torque on that, I think he will hurt Kameda. But Kameda showing a good chin.
Let's see who can make the adjustments here as we enter the second half of this fight. Bernardo Osuna ringside alongside 3-division champion Abner Mares and combat sports specialist Ryan Campbell.
A champion of what?
Take note. Look at who you're sitting with. Of course. Ole! Corner's telling Picasso he's open for the right hand, but not if you let him get off first.
Yeah, Kameda definitely not making it easy for Picasso to land that right hand because he's landing that left hand perfectly, pushing Picasso back.
But the last 3 or 4 rounds, Picasso is controlling the real estate very well, forcing Kameda constantly to the ropes, to the corner.
Yeah, but on this round, Kameda's coming back with his own punches, getting off first. That's all they take sometimes. You gotta get off first.
Picasso making his shots count because Kameda's letting his hands go here in the 6th round. See the CompuBox. 3 more power punches landed for Picasso, while Kameda has thrown 8 more.
Yeah, it's all about taking control of this fight. So far, the last 2 rounds, it seemed like Picasso was doing so and on the verge of, the entire fight, but Kameda still game.
Oh, that's a nice 1-2 combination. Picasso splitting the guard of Kameda. That flicking jab from Picasso really can set the table for him to do damage.
Toughness, as you can see, has been a calling card for Kameda's career. Remember, he was stopped in his pro debut on his feet, rebounded, has continued to be a tough out for anyone in this division on his way up. Even giving Luis Neri a tough matchup last time out.
Good point, Brian. Yeah, and it's not easy coming off from that beat he took from Luis Neri. But like you said, he stood his ground. He had some good rounds in that fight as well. And here he is against Picasso.
And Neri's licking his chops too because he would love a shot at the young Picasso.
I'm sure he will. Yeah, but look, because let's not forget, Picasso, he's a big name in Mexico right now. A lot of people talking high.
They got personal beef going on as well, so the storylines write themselves for potential Picasso-Neri fight, but Picasso does have a bigger opportunity on the horizon if he can get through this fight, which is no given at this point.
I like the body work that Picasso's doing in this round. More stationary Kameda now because of it.
Debemos haber cerrado, Tú lo ganaste.
But you won it.
Tú lo ganaste. Vamos muy parejos.
It's a pretty even fight.
Pero tenemos que darle más ganas.
But we need to
Sí, él ya no camina.
He's done. He's just walking.
Repítele los golpes.
He just repeats the
Repite la
punches.
mano, repite con la izquierda, la
Repeat with the
derecha.
left downstairs.
Okay. Repite, hijo. ¿Ok?
I need you to be consistent.
Ok, todo bien. Vamos, David. No puedes fallar. Échale, David, es tu boleto, es el cambio de tu vida. Que vamos por el 7. Vamos, repite, les van a dar los golpes.
Because the
Él ya no puede, güey.
He's ready to go.
Es que te parece que estás muy cansado. Trata de respirar, hijo. Ven, tratamos mucho los pasos laterales, engánchalo. Vamos, cámale. Dale la estrategia, deshazle la estrategia.
Mayonca y todo, vágate acá.
See the odds for tonight's main event. Mario Barrios continues to be the favorite coming into this fight. Sentimentally, though, a lot of people pulling for Pac-Man, the Manny Pacquiao show, to make history once again.
And it's getting closer because there was a point where it was at plus 310, I think. So Manny Pacquiao, a lot of Pacquiao believers.
All those people with their hearts, betting with their hearts. Picasso digging in with that right uppercut, but he left himself open for a counter, and you see Kameda says, you want to sit on your punches? There's going to be something coming back. But this is a great opening of the round for Picasso.
Yeah, Picasso getting his chin checked here. He showed better head movement last round. This time he's willing to stand and train with Kameda.
Great chops there from Picasso. Great body shots, great combinations landing by him. But again, Kameda came strong, standing his ground and landing that right hand. He lands it here and there, but it's effective.
Kameda's a lot of fun to watch.
Yes, he is.
And he's got that bad boy image that is very warranted. In a 2021 loss to Hiroki Hanabusa, Kameda was docked a point for shoving, which took the fight, which would have been a draw. It took it to a loss. He yelled at the referee afterwards, was suspended by the Japanese commission. He also kicked the seat of an audience member on his way back to the locker room.
Everything you're not allowed to do in Japanese culture, he did in one night.
Oh, you're a bad man. And he is. He's proving that tonight. Not an easy task for Picasso.
Nice body shot from with a right. Picasso tries to get it back, and Kameda says, come walk through this fire. Oh, that's a quick flurry from Picasso. Every shot landed. Everyone had bad intentions. And then that lead right hand.
And you can sense right now that Kameda's getting tired. He's opening up the guard a lot more, and those shots are landing a lot cleaner and crispier for Picasso.
If Picasso listened to his corner and he did repeat those punches, I think his consistency would really take him to the next level. You see his efficiency here, landing 6 more punches while throwing the exact amount. That left hook downstairs was effective again for Picasso.
Yeah, let's not forget when Kameda got knocked down against Luis Neri, it was a body shot as well. And then the ending, obviously, Neri went for the kill. But it all started with a body shot.
Yeah. Ooh, nice left hook there to start that combination off from Picasso.
It's very good give and take this round.
Oh, but it's mostly Picasso. Definitely painting a Picasso right now in this round.
He uses legs very well there to get out of harm's way.
Te viste mejor, mucho mejor. Ok, te viste mucho
Earlier tonight, I was asking Picasso for more punches, 3-piece combination, and there it is. Not only 3, he gave him the 4-piece, ending it with that right hand. And here comes more. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful, clean shots by Picasso, all landed flush in the face of Kameda. Again, Kameda's energy levels, it seems to be lowering. So if I'm Picasso, I press even more in this round.
And you go to the body, right?
Yeah, you dig to the body and try to finish this as much as you can. By putting that pressure and throwing more shots.
I think these are great learning rounds for Picasso.
Yeah, no question about it. Because when you step up to the big time against the undisputed champion in Inoue, you're going to need every aspect of your game in order to not just survive, but have that potential to thrive. We've seen some power punchers giving away some brief challenges, but you need to be that complete fighter.
You have to be able to go into your bag, as they say. Because what I love about Inoue is the fact that not only is he skilled, not only is he powerful, but he's a fighter who loves to put on a show.
No doubt.
And that's where the opportunity might come for a guy like Picasso. When he gets vulnerable and he tries to put on a show, that's where you strike.
Exactly.
Abner, do you feel like Picasso has the punching power to potentially get a stoppage in this fight? We do know Kameda's consistent reputation of being durable.
He's got decent power. I mean, he's got 31 fights, only 17 knockouts. So the power is decent. Not a one punch, I will knock you down, knock you out. But it's constant pressure that he's putting right now. And he can't finish anyone and break you down. And that's what he's doing right now with his Kameda.
Definitely not giving in, not making it easy for Picasso. Using his legs here to make Picasso work, yeah. Now, when you see a guy switch southpaw without effectiveness, to me, that's a sign that he's looking for answers.
Yeah, no, he's just trying to avoid punches. He's not doing that. Right now, he's on the ropes. He's on the corner right now again. He's tiring out right now, Kameda. He doesn't have anything left. Now he's on survival mode.
Poise here, patience from Picasso.
That's hooks to start a combination for Picasso. And he put the finishing touches and say, look, please let me stop them at 7, all right? If I get him out of here at 8, not bad.
Yeah, it's time to step on the gas if you're Picasso. You definitely got this guy already where you want him. You broke him down. Pedal to the metal.
But the one thing that's been lacking is the work downstairs. Set up those shots. Because if not, Kameda's going to still have enough strength to go to your head and connect like he just did there.
You leave an opening, Kameda will fill the dead air with big-time punches.
Good defense from Picasso. And then the answer. That's how you make a guy miss and you make him pay.
Yeah.
Such a sharp puncher is Picasso.
Short punches from Picasso.
That uppercut is venomous. But you know what? For now, Jimenez had the anti-venom. Let's listen in.
Lo ganas, pero hay que nos tardamos mucho, David. ¿Ok? No podemos seguir así nada. Tenemos que ganar los rounds, güey. ¿Ok? O sea, no te esperes mucho. Lo tenías ahí 2 veces, se fue a encajonar. ¿Ok? Ok. Ven, aquí. Estoy muy cansado ya. Ok. Vamos, lentamente. ¿Sí? ¿Ya respiraste?
Really good.
Vamos, ya no nos des oportunidad. Ve por él. Ok, sétale, que le sétale. Ya.
There is the man who makes his appearances sporadically, but he makes them count. Gary Russell Jr. Last fight was January 2022. He lost to Mark Magsayo, and he's coming in here for the first time without his father in his corner after passing away. And so he'll be coming right up after this 10-rounder concludes. Now he'll be fighting at lightweight.
Some respect on that name. It's Mr. Gary Russell Jr. to you, Bernardo.
It is. He's earned it.
Yeah, that fight against Magsayo, you thought we're going ahead in it. I thought he won that fight. It was a close fight.
He couldn't throw a jab in that entire second half of that fight.
Says my left is never going to be the same because of the torn ligament in the shoulder, or tendon in the shoulder, but he says, I've got enough to beat this guy. And the guy he is referring to is Hugo Tigre Castañeda. It's go time for David Picasso and also for Kinosuke Kameda. He comes from championship lineage. His 3 cousins are world titles, Koki, Daiki, and Tomoki Kameda, trained by their father, his uncle Shiro Kameda. So there's honor in the ring, and he's acquitted himself well tonight.
But Hunter, look at this round. 9th round, Kameda doing his damage. He's landing some good shots in this round. But again, his Picasso is waiting too much. He's right in the center. Look, he's not doing enough. He's not doing anything. He's giving Kameda the initiative. That's what he's doing. He's taking it. He sees it. He takes it.
You've got the guts and the gas tank that Kameda has. You're going to be in trouble the entire night.
I can say one thing about the Japanese fighters is they're going to come in and give you an honest night's work. And if you make a mistake, they can make you pay.
And they're not going to go away unless you make them.
At all. They've got the heart of a lion. That pride that keeps them up when you think you've got them. There's something special. Right now, there's something in the water over there in Japan. The amount of champions they've got, the amount of up-and-coming fighters. A great crop from a new age.
Shujo Nakatani, the bantamweight champion.
Yes.
See, one thing that I believe right now with Picasso's missing is that killer instinct. You know, that willingness to go out there and just get him out. I think he can if, again, he worked to pressure, let his hands go, put him on the back foot, put him against the ropes, land the body shot. Because Kameda, he was on the decline. And now you're giving him time to breathe, giving him time to come back. And that's what he's doing. He's taking advantage of this round.
And look, maybe it's the fact that Picasso just doesn't have the gas to go these last 2 rounds, and Kameda does. And Kameda says, okay, I'm seeing that you're weakened a little bit, but I'm still strong. It's a great round for Kameda. Don't give it away.
Trying to close the round. This one, Picasso.
お前何してんねん、行けや。お前、後半全部行かれてるぞ。お前、後半は。お前ね、際どいところやられるぞ。お前、悔い残るぞ、これ絶対に。この3分でお前帰ろう。なあ、このラストでかけなしゃあないぞ、お前。これ。分かってる？ Tenemos que ganar este round.
Last round, touch him up.
We need to win this round. You need to come out there with everything. You cannot wait. You can't be second.
Vamos, David, vamos.
Come on,
Vamos
David.
cerrado, vamos empatados.
It's a
pero
close
vamos
fight. It could be a draw.
Nada, ok. Tenemos que ganarlo. Vamos para decidirnos bien. Hay que meter, ¿ok? Hay que agarrar de todo.
Gotta go out with everything.
Bueno, ya está abierto arriba y abajo. Ya está abierto arriba y abajo.
Ya.
We do have Larry Hazard, our unofficial scorer. 87-84.
So, interesting urgency in the corner of Picasso.
It is. But after they gave him instructions to do things, but they didn't tell him how to do it.
Yeah. I mean, these are things that they practice at the gym, so maybe he knows already what they're talking about and how to, go about them and how to do it. But again, Picasso, he needs to press more. He needs to finish this round. Like how he started, throwing a lot of punches. He's letting Kameda get off. Tough fighter tonight in Kameda.
Kameda, body work. Already looking like he's ready to empty the tank here in the final round.
And that's the question. I'm willing to do it. Picasso, are you willing to meet me there?
Yes.
And this is really a telling round because his corner demanded that he go do it. Let's see what this kid has in terms of heart and determination.
These are the last round. This is the round where you show what you're made of, what you got. Yes, you're tired, but you're trying to prove to the world, to yourself, that you got it, that you won anyway after this fight. Show me you won him. Show me that you can beat him.
I think you're asking Picasso to sign the painting at the end, right? Put that exclamation point on it. You wonder if Picasso just has just enough gas to really make sure nothing dramatic happens in this round.
But Brian, sometimes it's not so much the gas. Yes, conditioning is everything, but the heart. There's been fights where I've been in, I'm super tired, but my heart tells me, go out there, finish him, go out there, leave it all in the ring. And I want to see that from Picasso. Close round again. There has been some close rounds in this fight, so I can see why the scorecard like that. But Picasso, big inside punches.
I got 3 rounds that could have gone either way, if not more. So that's why the concern from the father in the corner of David Picasso. Alfonso saying you cannot afford to give this round away, and this is not the response that we anticipated from Picasso.
No, he has not met the pressure of Kameda head on.
The moments where you're supposed to prove your mettle, and he has 10 seconds left to do it here in the final round, and you got to give credit to Kameda because he says, you want to step to me, you're going to feel the pain. A crucial round that may have been given away here in the 10th. And Kiyonosuke Kameda gives David Picasso all he can handle here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Tonight's pay-per-view will feature a great fighter from Mexico. His name is Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Our Hall of Fame reporter Jim Gray caught up with him backstage.
Pitbull, you were all set to fight Fierro. He pulls out. What do you know about Salcido, and how difficult of an adjustment is it to fight a guy on 24 hours notice that you don't know?
Acabas de saber que vas a pelear con Salcido después de que acaba de salirse de la función Fierro en un tiempo de 24 horas. ¿Tú qué piensas de tu nuevo oponente al respecto?
Bueno, totalmente salió de la jugada Fierro, entró Salcido y bueno, pudimos estudiar muy poco, pero venimos muy bien preparados para cualquier tipo de pelea y para cualquier rival.
We found out about Fierro in the last minute, but we were watching videos about his Salcido's style. It should be no problem. We prepare for anything and come out forward to win this fight.
Are you disappointed because you wanted the rematch?
¿Estás un poquito descontento porque no tuviste la revancha con Fierro?
No, de ninguna manera. Ahora sí que estamos enfocados, somos profesionales nosotros y le hacemos frente a cualquier tipo de peleador.
No, not at all, because we're professionals, we're focused on the fight, and that's what we're here to fight, because we prepare ourselves for any kind of fight.
Javier, thank you. Pitbull, thank you. We'll talk to you after the fight.
Thank you.
Pitbull Cruz is the epitome of fighter, says, I don't care who you put in front of me, I am going to be me in the ring. Miguel Flores has the official decision for Picasso Camera.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Lisa Giampa sees the contest 95-95, a draw. However, she is overruled as Judge Chris McGlory sees it 97-93, and Judge Eric Cheek sees it 98-92. Both judges in agreement for your winner by majority decision, David El Rey Picasso.
96-94 is a likely scorecard, maybe a little wide, but at the end of the day, David Picasso passes a test, but he didn't get an A today, and he may not be ready for anyway. You know who is ready? Ryan Custer.
Thank you, Bernie. Yeah, Picasso remains unbeaten. Wasn't a masterpiece, but he did paint up a way how you get a victory. Tell me what you saw out of the youngster.
Well, I like the last two scorecards. I think that was reasonable. Look, I told you throughout the fight, Kameda was really tough. He always, the more he got hit, the more he answered back. Mm-hmm. So he got busy when he was being attacked by Picasso. And we're gonna show a little bit of it. You know, I mean, this is the type of action that was kind of going on through the whole fight here. Kameda took, some hellacious punches in this fight. He could have easily packed it in at a certain point, but he didn't. What he did was he fought harder in the 8th, 9th, and 10th rounds, just like that. See, when he get hit, look, he tried to counter. And, now there he didn't, but right there. See, he's going to come back and work you. The more you work him, the more he's going to work you. And that may have been his problem. He should have probably led more in this fight and attacked Picasso a little bit and tried to push him back. Because Picasso was much better when he was coming forward than he was going backwards. So,
and the lesson then you would tell a young Picasso, because it seemed like Kameda came on towards the end. Yeah, and you would think that was the time where if you were a youngster like Picasso, you're like, okay, I want you to finish. It's important to finish, so I'd assume that would be the lesson you would tell the youngster.
Yeah, look, I mean, sometimes it's hard to get guys out of there. Kameda's a seasoned guy. He's been around, and, he knows how to survive, and then he knows also how to win. So, it's a tough guy to get out there, and of course, Picasso went to school in this fight here. He's going to have to up his game if he wants to get any part of Inoue, so, because that performance right there was good. It was good enough to beat Kameda, but it's going to fall short if he fights Inoue.
It's interesting. You look at the young Picasso, only 24, but now, look, 32 wins. This is a guy who they
he wins more than anything. It would have been a spectacular knockout, yes. People would have been excited, yes, but guess what? He didn't get much experience. He didn't let his punches go. He's a guy that's been out for 3 years. So he's getting a lot more of these 9-10 rounds that we're seeing from Gary Russell.
But I would think that his corner, his brother, was telling him, hey, go get him out of there now. He's going to walk into something. I think this is the time where you say, I'm back, guys. And how do you do it? With a left hand. If it's the left shoulder surgery that took you out last time, that's what you do.
Put the cherry on the top. Yeah, and Castaneda's going to walk into something.
Because if not, after people are going to say, they're going to watch it, and maybe they didn't listen in, they're going to see, like, he went 10 rounds with this guy? Isn't this the guy that got blasted by Demler Zamora, a 15-year-old fighter, just a couple months ago?
Yeah, I think, yeah, any fighter that doesn't know boxing, I get it, Bernardo, but anyone that knows boxing, we know that Gary Russell is carrying Castaneda.
That's the context of it that sometimes you don't get when you look at box rec or when you look at, you know what I mean? It's like, that's why to me you got to put a stamp on it. You got to come in here and say, like,
you're right. And maybe you will do it in the 10th round.
Experience plays a big part, and over the years you get better and more comfortable.
You said something really interesting to us the other day. You said that the defeat has freed you up of the fear. Can you explain that?
Yeah, I think a big fear of mine back in the days was, how am I going to react to my first loss? Now that it's all gone and done and dusted, it's made me a different person, and now I've got this new level of hunger.
It's going to be interesting to watch. Everybody's looking forward to it. Appreciate your time, and we'll talk to you afterwards.
Thank you.
All right.
Jim Gray getting deep into the soul of what a fighter is feeling before he